But we'll discuss all of these stocks and a lot more with our guest on the show, Kunal Bothra. Naresh Mirani is joining us to talk to us about that. And of course, we also have Mr. Siddharth Khemka joining us to talk to us about the fundamentals of it all. Kunal, let's begin by discussing the market itself, penultimate day of expiry. How are the rollover situation looking to you? And there is this added flavor of some settlement holiday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, so good afternoon, Anisha. Tomorrow being the bank holiday, so settlements generally take place following day, and it actually coincides with the expiry day. So no major impact on the market sentiment as such, but I think yes, in terms of the positioning and the closing of positions as well as mark to market, I think that could probably be delayed by a day for the indices, for the markets overall. Now, in terms of the index view, I think today is quite a handsome recovery for the both the indices, Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. The market texture in terms of the sector index is quite interesting because we have the PSU banking index, which is making a good comeback. The mid cap index is now coming back towards a breakout point or a swing breakout point, trying to surpass I think the previous resistance of 628 on closing basis, 11,628 on closing basis. So that could be a strong decisive factor that possibly we may not just see the markets or the indices getting to recovery, but the mid cap end of the market could start to get to a decent recovery going forward. Large cap stocks starting to participate, Reliance making a comeback, many of the other large cap names making a comeback. So we could probably expect that this may not just be a short-lived bounce or an oversold bounce, but this could probably be a start of a trend if both the large caps and mid caps start to participate. So all in all looks attractive, and hoping that this 9,500, 550 mark which we tested today could probably be a short-term support for the indices.
2364 in Reliance as we speak right now. Siddharth Khemka, hi, afternoon. Do you think the triggers are in place for a meaningful up move from Reliance from these levels?
Yeah, very good afternoon, Aisha. So I think Reliance, there have been multiple headwinds, especially if you look at in their last few AGMs, they have now heavily invested into the new age or the alternate fuels, where if you look at few years back, they were talking about net debt free and cash surplus. Again, with the investment cycle coming up, core business is kind of getting some pressure. The Singapore GRMs have come off from their highs, and that is also hurting the oil business. So if you put together all the pieces, the core business, there are headwinds which would not see recovery in the near term. Geo Financial, the listing we saw, but again, post listing there has not been much of excitement there. The telecom business has been pretty stable, and the retail again there is some recovery. So if you ask me, all put together would not see a huge upside, but I would expect it to remain steady, at least in terms of share price movement for the next couple of weeks.
But apart from Reliance, I wanted your view, Siddharth, on Titan versus Senco. Do you track Senco actively, and is there a reason why one should probably switch from Titan to Senco at all?
So, Anisha, we have not looked at Senco. It came out with an IPO recently, but if you look at the branded jewelry segment, Titan continues to be the market leader. So, I would not see any reason why one should exit from Titan, given that it is one of the select few large caps, which kind of we are expecting at least for the next 3-4 years to consistently deliver 20% plus earnings growth. That kind of earnings growth with the stability of the business, I think definitely warrants a higher multiple in terms of growth, in terms of expansion. The company has been pretty aggressive. The penetration in India is still, there is scope for large nationalized players like Titan. So as I said, with the strong earnings growth visibility plus the 20% compounding story for the next 3-4 years, I think in the organized jewelry space, Titan market leadership is difficult to be challenged. So we continue to be bullish on Titan, which is our preferred pick in that space. With the target price, we have a 1-year target price of almost 3,100.
Okay, that's Titan versus Senco Gold. That's the take coming in from Siddharth. We will take it across to Naresh as well in just a short while from now. But just look at some of the power plays which are actually moving up. PFC REC, Kunal, on the charts, and a big move today.
A very good move because these stocks have managed to surpass their previous highs, and I think that's a very strong indication that whatever mild correction which we had expected for PFC REC, I think that is now behind us, because now these stocks have confirmed a swing breakout. The volumes today are very encouraging for both of these stocks. And the fact is that it's happening penultimate day towards the expiry. This could also spell quite well for them, for these stocks going into the October series, because when you typically expect these stocks to show signs of a breakout volume spike into these names, it tends to have a positive effect for the next series going forward. So what we may expect is that the previous lows for PFC, for example, that was around 225 mark dividend adjusted rate. I think that should now act as a base for the stock price. Even for REC, I think that support of 250 to 45 could act as a major support. So keeping that as a stop loss, I think traders can hold on to longs.
Sure. Hold that.